Calendly is a great resource for trying to manage appointment time slots and things like that. It never fails whenever you're trying to sign up for a time or try to uh, schedule something with another person. You go back and forth on who's available when. But this tool actually does help you schedule these meetings, and they can be face-to-face meetings or they can be virtual meetings, and all of that is run through Calendly. You can get here by just going to calendly.com. I'm going to go ahead and hit login, and this does allow you to use your Google account to sign in. So it already recognizes me, and then I'm just going to pick my account, and it takes me to my dashboard for Calendly. Now, the free version allows you to have one meeting type, and it's pretty much unlimited meetings, and you can share out this one link. So the paid version gives you the ability to have teams and multiple meeting types, but to be honest, for the most part, this right here works really well. I mean, one meeting type is plenty for most people. Now, whenever you go to set these up, I'm going to go through a few things that you'll probably want to do to ensure that it's going to work right. So you can change the name of this meeting. If I don't want it to say 15-minute meeting, then I can change that to anything I want to, whether it's, a classroom helpline or anything like that. It could be administrators using this to sign up for PDP times. Your location, you can put it as in person, a phone call, or, one of my favorite things is I can put it as a Google Meet, and it automatically creates that Google Meet link for the person signing up. It'll also add it to my Google Calendar, which is a plus because I can get to those meetings just by going to my Google Calendar. The event link, I can change this right here to say instead of 15 minutes, maybe it's, my classroom helpline or whatever else I need it to be. I can just put that there. Once I get done with here, I just hit save and close. The next one down is when can people book this event. It's important to look at this because this is where you'll set how long the event is scheduled on your calendar. What times the events can be scheduled, the calendar dates they can be scheduled, all of those things. So it's important to look through these and carefully consider how you want people to sign up. So for this, I'm going to just look at the hours first. I can change these on my calendar just by clicking in there. And if I don't want to be available 8 to 5, I can change that to any time frame. It could be that I want to only be available 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. every day. And I can just go in here and change this. And then once I do it, it gives me some other options. I can only apply to this date, or I can apply to all Mondays, or I can apply to multiple days. So let's say I want to do it on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 2 to 3. I'm going to be available. You'll notice that my times on Tuesday and Thursday stayed the same. So if I want to remove those, I go on there and remove them, apply to multiple, and I'm going to apply that to my Thursday as well. So that's essentially when people can sign up. So when they go to my link, they'll only see times on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 2 to 3 p.m. Now going to the advanced part, this is where it'll be important to know the difference in between increments and how many, all of these things. So by default, it shows up that people can sign up in 15-minute increments. So like it'll start at 2 o'clock, and then the next time slot would be 2:15, then the next time slot would be 2:30. You get the picture for that. I can change that though so that it can show up a time slot every 5 minutes. Now the benefit of this is, let's say I'm a student and I'm running kind of late, and instead of being able to sign up at 2 o'clock, maybe I could sign up at 2:05. This would allow me to sign up for a 15-minute time slot at 2:05. And that's still a 15-minute time slot, but the time of availability is a lot more flexible when you do it in 5 minutes. Because otherwise, if I'm a student, I'm running late, and it's a little past 2, I have to wait for the 2:15 time slot. So, this is completely up to people to decide how they want to do this. Some people want to keep it at 15 minutes. You can even keep it at 30, but the problem with 30 is you're automatically pulling some of those times out. You can set a maximum number of events per day. I wouldn't suggest doing this, especially if your time's going to be limited anyway. You can also prevent people from signing up past a certain point. So you need to do this 4 hours in advance, or maybe 1 hour in advance. I wouldn't put it too close to the time slot, because you need to be prepared for when somebody signs up. You don't want somebody to sign up 5 minutes before the meeting starts. I mean, you can even do it up to a half hour away. That would still give you enough time. So, all of these are preferences. Event buffers are before and after an event is over. If you wanted like a 5-minute buffer break so that you could get ready for the next person, you could put that in. Once you're done with this, you just hit save and close. And then the next thing down, kind of invitee questions. So I would suggest using this if you want to add a question like, hey, be specific on what I can help with. If you're trying to get students, getting to help students, or even an administrator trying to meet with a teacher, you may want to include a question on there that needs to be answered. Outside of that, that's really it. That's really all you'll have to pretty much worry about setting up. And then when it goes live on the page, that would be the link you share. And this is what it looks like. So if I wanted to sign up for a time on the 17th, I see my times right there. I can sign up and I'm good. So you see kind of that workflow of how that works, and hopefully that will save you some time. Now, once somebody signs up, it will show up on both your Google Calendar, and it will also show up in your scheduled events. So I can go back to Calendly to actually view my events right here. To me, that's a personal preference, however you want to manage that, but it gives you several options, and it works really well with your Google Calendar. If you have any questions about this, feel free to sign up on the Instructional Technologies Calendly link to get more help with it.